Hello, my name is Ollie, and this is my C++2 final project presentation. Um, and the goal of this program is to simulate a really basic um, commerce store or online store. So a user is able to register, log in, browse, search, and add products to a shopping cart, um, along with some other things. There's also an admin login that can add, update, delete products, and manage order statuses. So, as you can see from all of the tabs up here, I built this project using a modular, object oriented design with multiple files. So instead of putting everything into one large file, um, like in the main function here, I separated it into class files. And the main files are product, we've got user, shopping cart, order, and we've got our category and shop system. So I chose this structure just due to the ease of, because each class has a certain responsibility. And so, for example, product is in charge of handling product data, user handles account information, the shopping cart handles cart items, totals, and things like that, so on and so forth. Sorry. So, starting with our main um, file here, this, as you can see, is very short. I've included shop system header, which creates the shop system object and calls the main menu. And I did this because the main should only start the program, and that's what it does here. And the real program logic is within each of the respective classes. Next is our product class. Um, so as you can see in our header file, a product stores an ID, name, description, price, stock quantity, and category. And I use private data members here with public getters. And I did this because it prevents other parts of the program from directly changing the product in an unreliable or uncontrolled way. And we also have a to file string and from file string, which convert a product into a text file format, um, and rebuilds the product from saved text. And I chose to put this inside the class because the product should know how its own data is saved and loaded. For category, I used the required template class, which was um, class category T. we? So, I created three instances, which are electronics, groceries, and clothing. And the template stores a vector of the products for each category. Um, and I used a template because the assignment required it. But it also shows how C++ templates make code flexible. So even though I use it with product, the same class could technically store another product like type later. My user class stores user ID, username, password, email, and whether the user is an admin, which is Boolean for true or false. Um, so, where's our password here? Passwords here are stored in plain text because the assignment said that encryption wasn't required. So, obviously, in a real system, that would be a security issue, but for this project, it kept the file handling easier to demonstrate. Um, so, the admin class inherits the admin class inherits from the user. Um, and I chose to use inheritance here because an admin is a special type of user, but it's still a user. They still have usernames, passwords, emails, and access to products and um, management features. Um, that puts us at our shopping cart class, which stores cart item objects. A cart item connects a product with a quantity, and the cart can add products, update quantities, remove products, display the cart, and calculate the total. I kept the total calculation inside shopping cart. Um, so if the cart owns the selected items, or sorry, the cart owns the selected items, so it makes sense for the cart to calculate its own total. Um, that's why that is there. And the order class represents a completed checkout. So when the user checks out, the cart items are copied into an order. And so the cart gets cleared after checkout, but the order history still needs to, know what was purchased. The order also stores the username, total, shipping address, and status. So the order status starts as processing, and the admin can update it to shipped or delivered. Our biggest class here is the shop system class. It's our controller in this case. It owns the main vectors of users, products, and orders. Um, and the current shopping cart. So this class handles the main menu, the user menu, admin menu, file loading, file saving, registration, login, checkout, and admin actions. And I chose to put the menu logic inside shop system because the menus need to coordinate multiple objects. So, for example, checkout needs the current user, the cart, the product, inventory, and the order list. Um, that doesn't belong entirely um, inside product nor user. So, shop system acts as the meeting point between the two. So, a lot of code to go through here. I guess let's see how it works. So I've already compiled it. So open our terminal. So when the program starts, it's going to load data from the files. If the files don't exist yet, it creates starter files with default admin account and sample products. Our default admin user and password is admin, and admin123 for the password, which makes it easier for displaying how it works. So this demonstration here. And there's lots of input validation throughout. So, for example, here's a password check. So with a wrong entry, you get this printout here that the username or the password is incorrect. Alright, we're up and running. So let's try logging in. As you can see, our credentials are displayed here. So we know, choose to view the products that we have. This is one that I updated or changed earlier. So let's try to do that again. Let's update a product. Actually, let's add a product. Let's do granola. So groceries, we'll put it in that category. And now let's view them. As you can see, we now have granola added to the bunch. You can also choose to delete product. In this case, I will delete. Let's go ahead and delete the one we just entered. And then view the products again. And as you can see, it is not there. Let's log out as an admin and register. We'll call ourselves student. Password Stu123. Email. I use this in a previous demo, so we get the proper output, which is that the username already exists. Perfect. So let's try to log in. If I remember correctly, it's student and there we go. Login successful. Welcome, student. Let's add something to our cart. We want Olipop. We'll take 3 of those. Let's add something else. We'll take a laptop and check out. Payment failed because we didn't put the proper amount of digits. So let's try that again. And our order was confirmed. So now let's view our order history. We should see that. And there we are. All right. Thank you for humoring me and watching this presentation. Have a good one.